Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Vampi, Salaura, once again for another tarot reading. And this time, I want to talk to you all about Retrograde. This is for me and the Divine Collective and the Karmic Collective. And on this channel, we're gonna see the energy. I'm gonna tell you about what the energy is, and the overall advice on what you should do for yourself and others around you. And if any type of lessons you're going through at this time, only you have the answers for the lessons that is being learned at this time. So before we begin the reading, I want to say like an overall review for Mercury Retrograde. Mercury Retrograde, I give it an 8 out of 10. I give it an 8 out of 10 because there were lessons learned when it pertains to retrograde and everything like that. But for others, it was it could be a disaster for a lot of people, and it could just be something that they have to learn from because of the energetic transit that's going on right now at this time. So that being said, I would like to address some things as well, since it's retrograde still. There's no time, right? We're in a timeless era. So that being said, I'm not prone to talk about my past on the channel. I'm not prone to talk about like stuff that's like, I don't have to. It's a choice. It's a choice because I'm moving on. I don't want to give it energy. I have healed from trauma from my past. I have healed from so many things that has happened to me, and people, they don't want to be in my shoes, and if they were, it wouldn't work so well for them. They would try to get out, but they can't. And so I saw 3, 2, 1. Recently I stumbled upon a channel that they use their past and they transmute it into something positive for themselves as a lesson, as a karmic lesson, conscious lesson. And you know, she is a teacher for the soul. She is a teacher for the soul, and I really do appreciate her work and her craft, 100%. She goes by BatelSkater, and in 2022, I think it was like around 2022, 2023, when I was channeling the energy of Medusa, I was able to like stumble upon her channel a lot, and I think that's what I was introduced to her, especially in 2023. And I was able to rebuild myself and to ground myself. That's how I learned about consciousness. I learned about the vessel. I learned about the soul, and be able to detach from the sack. That's where it came from. That's what it all came from. And I really do appreciate her work, her lessons, her teachings, everything like that, really. All right, enough glazing here. It's just, I want to give people a chance. You know, I saw, like, there are certain channels that I stumble across. You know, there was this one person that was practicing semen retention. You know, I may not agree with certain views, what that person was going through, and I may not agree with Batel is about, you know, most of the time, sometime. But I still watch her, I still learn her teachings from her teachings and everything like that. So, if you can, just look up the name BatelSkater. Easy to find, you know. I'll put her video up for timeless, anti-karmic, timeless, 2K timeless, and hopefully y'all can find her and, you know, check her out for a bit, you know. Yeah, it's on the playlist. So other than that, I just want to, like, get on with the reading, everything. So for retrograde, what is the energy for retrograde for, well, we'll start with the Karmic Collective, okay? We'll start with the Karmic Collective. What is the overall energy for the Karmics? Four of Swords. Yeah, something is being put to rest. Something is being put to rest finally. So it's no more bringing up the past, bringing up the what ifs. Something has finally been put to rest after a long drought. This could be someone from your past. This could be someone from pretty much my past. But something truly is being brought to rest. Let's see what else. Knight of Cups. Okay, so there are some karmics. There's karmics out there that want to give you a cup. You know, they're slowly approaching the divine collective. Those that are chosen, they're slowly approaching them. Those that are authentic, they want to give you a cup. They want to give me a cup. This could be someone from your past, or it could be someone that's interested in you. Interested in a lot of things. So, yeah. Let's see what else here. Six of Swords. Six of Swords. Temperance. Let's see what else is this going. Oh, this card just came out. Four of Wands. Wow, this is so Four of Wands, like, it's right in my hand. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. Are you sure this is is this the karmic reading? Or maybe they see that the collective is in the 10 of Cups, is in the Four of Wands, is in the Six of Swords, and they're balancing things out with themselves, and they want to come in, they want to put all the negativity to rest, and they want to come in and they want to celebrate. They want to move with the collective. They want to move in with us but those that are, we're working on ourselves. Okay? We are working on ourselves. We've done enough for ourselves that we're working hard, and we don't really need anyone from our past coming in. So I guess they want to be like an emotional support. They want to come in with a possible apology of what they were doing. So that they can also have a cup or something that they can, a cup of yours. So like they can, have abundance, good luck, blessings from the divine, especially if we were in good terms together. If it's like there's connections to everything. So one more. Why is this happening? This wants to come out in reverse. Hermit in reverse. Oh, they don't like the fact that, they don't like the fact that isolation is a thing for the collective. They want to put the solitude to an end. They don't like the fact that we are alone. They don't like the fact that we're okay of just being in solitude with our thoughts, because they feel like that's not normal. It's not normal for a human being to be in that energy. Because bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Pentacles. We have our own thing going on, It's like they want to like reveal the mystery and things like that. Like, no. It's better off to just to keep that afloat. This is what they want. They want to build something. They want to balance things out. And I'm really seeing that y'all are saying no to this person from your past, and y'all are just moving forward. I'm moving forward. Okay? We're moving on from the past. I just want to set an example of what's going on from my past, but I had to restructure again. So yes, there was recently I had these astral dreams, especially with a former lover or whatever, and I'm not sure if they were able to try to infiltrate that connection from the soul, and they were able to get in. They were able to find a way. And that connection will always be there for me, no matter what. And there's no way of me trying to deny it any further. I don't want to ever deny the connection that I used to have, because even though I am moving on, this is a new, fresh beginning for me. It's a new, fresh beginning for all of you here. It's always best to continue to move forward. If we overindulge too much in the past, it can become very negative. But if you're able to transmute that energy into something positive, that is very uplifting, because it can inspire other people to also talk about their past and to open up. And if people are not willing to open up, then that's something that they have to work on themselves to do so. So there's a balance between, things that the collective, divine collective, they got to work on. Those that are awakened, those that are chosen, they want to work on themselves. And those that are karmic, And the overall advice for the karmics here is let it go. And they don't want to, but this is the truth. As I split the deck, I get the Eight of Swords. As I split the deck, I get the Eight of Swords. So they could be, you know, incarcerated in captivity, spiritual jail. Now, don't get me wrong. In 2023, I think it was 2023, 2024, this is what they were trying to do. It was either a false masculine, a false karmic masculine that was trying to arrest me in the spirit. And it didn't work. It did not work at all. You know, I looked very different in the spirit realm. I do. And they were trying to arrest me. They were. Because I guess I was just too powerful. They were trying to restrain me in the spirit. They were trying to keep things from happening. And they just don't want me to be free. So I called upon my ancestors for aid. I called upon my spirit team for aid. And they were all helping me out. Because I refuse to be put to shame by either Puritans, by those that are like just way too dark, or, you know, they don't know how to balance themselves from light and dark. They either want to stay in the light and they want to be toxic positive, or toxic negative. And it's like, you're a vessel, you know, courtesy of Batel. You're a vessel. You have a soul. And if you lower yourself as much as you can, then, you know, you'll stay in a lower dimension. You know, I also got this from like Carmen, people that are stuck in like in the 1D, you know, their behaviors never change. They never tend to change themselves. That there's no changing. But when it comes to like narcissists and narcissistic behavior, there's no changing, and they feel like what they are doing is justified. And they have reasons into why they are doing the things that they do. Their reasoning is justified. I see 1818. So there's no right or wrong. So, yes, lessons. There's a lot of lessons to be learned here. So, yeah, they could be going through a lot at this time. People from your past, people from my past, they're going through it. And they're hurting big time. And there was a time, there was big time, there's no time. There was a moment in the false reality where I tried to warn the people from my past that were lurking and say, hey, if you keep this up, you're not going to enjoy the results of the outcome. I did the Merrick thing that, I post I was like, the GTA thing, and, Salaura came in, my other identity, Salaura, she came in, she warned them, hey, keep this up, you're going to get in big trouble, spiritually. You're not going to get the results you want. Here we are, in the big 2-6, what's happening? Stagnation, trapped, hell on earth. They're in a new world. They're in a new world, but it's not the world that they want to see. It's the world that they're being forced upon and they're being in captive of. This is something that I tried to warn them, like, hey, keep this up or the dream dies. The dream between us dies. You want to make it up with me? Go work on yourself. I said that constantly. I don't want nothing to do with you. Constantly, over and over again. They didn't listen. And then all they were doing was they're trying to stalk me. Having other people, possibly in my own environment, trying to come after me. And even I was trying to conversate with other people. Here they come with their flying monkeys. Absolutely disgraceful. In 2024, I wanted to open up. I wanted to be in a position where, I can open up with myself and to say, hey, I'm here. I can make friends and stuff. And that was truly, an unconscious decision. So in 2025, I had to rebrand again. And it was something that I had to work on myself, on my own. I had to rebrand. And with that rebranding, after the healing work, after what has been done to me for the past 2 years of being around people and feeling their energy, feeling the stress, having to feel that falseness in my gut, because they hurted me so much to the point where it was just extremely stressful. It was like I didn't know I was going through underlying health issues or something like that. That's how bad it was. That's how bad it was. I didn't know anything, because if I was around narcissists, if I was around narcs, I could get real sick. And that's what Batel and everyone else that was part of the collective was warning me about, and I was trying to warn the Karmics about, but they didn't listen. But I want to give a fair warning to the Divine Collective. If you take this person back into your life, see, you would also be dragged with them. You will also be incarcerated in the realm of the spirit, or worse, it could happen in the waking life, because the things that you would find out about this person, it would break you. It would possibly break my heart, it would break your heart, or what have you. But if you really want to see what this person was doing, just go talk to God. Talk to God about this. And they'll tell you everything. They'll tell you everything you need to know. You don't need to hoover. You don't have to let this person hoover you back in. None of that. They brought this onto themselves. No one else. No one else. No one else to blame but them. It is not your fault. You can still socialize with people all you want. It's not your fault. The problem is that when they see you around other people, they get really jealous. They get extremely jealous to the point where they try to sabotage connections between you and just people around you, people around me. This goes both ways. This is very sad, honestly. So we really have to be careful, because if people are stuck in the 2D or the 3D and they're not evolving, they're not elevating themselves, then they're just all they have is just flesh, like stuff to do with that, and oh, look at me, validate me, you know, all this other stuff. That's it. That's just basically it. It's basically it. Okay. I'm gonna pull a tarot again, and we're gonna see what's the energy for the Divine Collective here. For the Divine Collective Spirit, thank you, and please protect me while I channel the energies. Thank you, Divine Holy Spirit, and thank you, Infernal Spirits as well. Thank you. Appreciate that. Infernal spirits, spirits from the higher realms, spirits from the lower realms, thank you for protecting me. Thank you for respecting my boundaries as well. Appreciate it. Alright, let's go. So the energy for the Divine Collective is the Five of Wands. A lot of debates, a lot of arguments. Or this person wants to come in and they want to fight. But here's the solution. So if anyone wants to come in with a fight, this wants to come out. You unburden yourself. So I picked up the Six of Wands upright. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. This is us, the Divine Collective, those that are nomads, those that are chosen, awakened. You see people fighting, arguing, debating, especially on the news, trying to rage bait you energetically with the me. Fine, whatever. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to what they have to say, because it's all just rage bait rhetoric. Because all they see is what's on the news. All they see is what's in front of them. They're not really diving deep into themselves. They don't want to work on themselves. All they look for is for validation from other people. Very codependent activities going on for the Karmics. And so as the Karmics, they're very sinister. They want to compete with everything that another person does. And honestly, it's sad. It's sad. I don't look at this as competition, especially when it comes to the tarot community. This is not competition. What I pick up is it could be the same energies as other tarot readers are picking up, but they have their own introspection. They have their own perspective on the energy that they pick up. You take it as it resonates, especially with this general message for everyone here. And especially if cross-watchers are cross-watching, y'all need help. Really. This isn't good. This isn't good at all. So so here's the thing. If the Knight of Cups doesn't work, because that's what they're going to do, they want to come in with this love offer. If the Knight of Cups doesn't work and you reject them, then they're going to fight. They're going to try to do anything in their power to try to compete with you, fight with you, make you feel jealous, whatever it is. So you have unburdened yourself. You're no longer in competition mode. You're no longer in fight or flight. That is gone. You're working on yourself, and you're getting recognition from that. You're getting inspiration. You're getting We as the collective are inspirational, authentic people. We don't have to worry about mundane things that keep us unhappy. Because if there's someone else that's like happy, we can find our own happiness. And that's it. Truly. That is all. That is all. Because like in retrograde, the karmics, they're going through heavy karma while they're trying to send challenges our way. But we as the collective, we're able to persevere because thanks to Source. And we respect the energies of Source and the soul. If we can respect our own vessel, then the soul will continue to flourish. And if we continue to disrespect our vessel by putting toxic energy, toxic things in the vessel, in the body, the vessel is the body. It's known as the body. So bear with me. If we continue to put toxic things, or we go to avenues where it's toxic, then the body will disintegrate, as long as, and our soul would just cease to exist. And we would just end up being like brain rotted corpses, walking brain rotted corpses in the 3D, in this quote unquote simulation. And I find that very, very draining to the vessel, to the energetic auric field. The more you know about this, the better your life can be. Don't bring these people back, and do not be provoked by these people. I'm not saying to don't relax around them. You can still come with the energy of love. You can still come with the energy of love outside of yourself, outside the vessel, in the astral realm, or in your waking life. It is a possibility to do so. You can still come in love. You can still cloak yourself in the realms of darkness. You can still cloak yourself with the God-giving light that God has continued to grant you, because you are chosen. You are the child of God. And also, you're healing from your childhood wounds, whoever I'm speaking to right now. You are healing from your childhood wounds. You're healing from your past trauma. And you're no longer thinking about who betrayed you and why. But instead, you're telling your brain to quiet down and to ease, to be at ease. And just to allow oneness and wholeness to flourish once more. You know, 2 to 3 years ago, I was able to maintain that energy. But I was around people, it's not, especially toxic people. It's not a good look. So I have to change the way I say things. Years, days, weeks, minutes, seconds. I can say, instead of 2 years, I can say 2 cycles. You know, something like that. We are in a timeless era. This energy can be timeless. You can still watch this this video and it would probably resonate in the next 10 cycles from now for someone that needs to hear it. Let's see what else we have here. Is it supposed to come out? No. Let's see. We'll do one more for the Divine Collective. See what else is going on for them. Oh wow, we got 2 cards here. Oh, there's 3. Okay. 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 Oh wow, that's just a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. So some of y'all, not all of y'all, went through a painful ending from friends and family. You had to bring that into an abrupt end, and it was very dark for you to go through all of that, all of the mess. And there's a part of you that wants to hold on to the memories of the friends that you used to have, the cherished memories with the 4 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups upright. There are people that were celebrating your downfall. They wanted to see it. They wanted to. They feel like they were champions of your losses. And long and behold, they would hate to see you with someone else. But honestly, it's already happening. It's already happening for you. And in miraculous ways. In miraculous ways. And so there was like other cards that came in. So I saw the Page. As I split the deck, I saw the Page of Wands and the 2 of Cups. So you could be dealing with a fire sign. Whoever I'm speaking to, you might be dealing with a fire sign that wants to. It's just someone entirely new. Someone new that wants to fall in love with you, that is admired by you, and could be your new person. So, after things that has been lost over the years in time, timeless now, you're able to transmute the energy of the 10 of Swords into the energy of 2. When it comes to love, it is a possibility, indeed. 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 So, let's see what the Oracle has to say. The Oracle cards. The vibes. Let's see what the vibes say for the Oracle for this reading. This is a long reading. It's very long. I wasn't really expecting it to be this long. Yeah, but hopefully y'all can stick around because, like, you know, I had a lot to say. I had to get this all out of my chest and everything. So, hopefully y'all are okay, and hopefully y'all can heal from all those swords, from negative people, toxic friends, and whatever. So what's the Oracle for this reading, Spirit? What is the Oracle? Antisocial in reverse. Okay. consequences. There's people that are facing consequences. Masculine energy. So there could be a fire sign that could be facing major consequences. That fire sign masculine could be undergoing some major consequences in life. Today, this is happening now, possibly in the now. See what else came out. No, this came out upright. We put it upright. But it came out in reverse because it dropped, it went up. It was upright and then it dropped. So they wanted us to drown, to overthink, to be at the bottom of the barrel. They want us to stay in the Ten of Swords energy because they just don't want us to start anew. They didn't want us to start fresh and to be about at our new adventure. They want us to stay like in those swords so that they can continue to do whatever they want to us. And it was very sad. And that's not happening anymore. The soul demands to be free from toxic energies from the body. What do you do when you cleanse yourself from toxic energy? Is either you have to cleanse inside and out, spiritually cleanse, or what have you. But you ward yourself away from toxic people. And it was by far the best decision that the collective could have made. Because if you didn't cut these people off earlier or whatever, they would still stress you out. They would put stress levels on you and to make you very, very sick. So kudos to you. And I'm going to give myself a pat on the back as well. As I put in the work as well. So just, continue to work hard. Okay. Nurturing. Wisdom, mentorship, giving back. Yeah. This come out upright and it's soulmate. Soulmate. Okay, what's soulmate? What goes underneath soulmate? Narcissist in reverse. Narcissist in reverse. This could be your former soulmate and they're undergoing an ego death. Bottom of the deck, running, escape. Yeah, they're trying to escape the consequences. They're trying to escape, and they're trying to deny pretty much everything that's been going on as of late and what they were trying to do to you, what they were trying to do to me and the collective. So, do your part, use your discernment. As I split the deck, I get intimacy, mutual respect, unity, and closeness. Yeah, they want to be close. They want to be close. And you're saying no. And they want to put more swords on your back. And God is blocking that connection. God will continue to block this connection from happening. Because they have ill intentions. They have ill intentions. They're not well. They're not well in the mind. They have projected shadow energy from other individuals. It's not their own shadow. It's not their own shadow that they have to face. It's someone else's shadow. It's their own darkness. Their own darkness is against them. They are against themselves. They don't know how to make peace with their own reflection. They have to rely on other people's reflections in order to survive. They are a mirage. They don't exist. They never existed. And the people that have taught me so much, they didn't have to exist in my world, but I brought them here into my life. And I mean no harm to the individuals that I have mentioned, but I will do the best I can to pray for those individuals, because they are also going through projected shadow energy from other negative people. And I hope that they can find ways to relieve themselves from stress any way they can, because these people are sick. These karmics are sick. These narcissists are sick. They are sick. They need, the only medicine they need is the needle. They need that needle to pop. Their inflated ego. We all have an ego, but if it's inflated so much, there's going to be someone out there that will pop it for you, so that you can reflect on how you are, or how the karmics are, whoever's watching. We all have an ego, but we put our ego over our identity. If you put your ego over your own identity, over your own soul, that would make you even far worse than an narc. It would make you a narc times 3. For your own selfish needs. You think the body needs that right now? You think your own body needs you to have the nice cars, the nice clothes, the nice this, the nice that? I did this, I did that. Oh, look at me. Look at me. I'm fornicating with thousands of people. You think that's going to give you somewhere? You think that's going to get you somewhere? No, it's not. It's going to make you even more small. Like, you think that you're big, but you're more smaller than what you really are. And that's sad. You're not willing to detach. And those that are cross-watching, I hate to break it to you, I hate to burst your bubble, pal. You've already detached. You've already detached. It's already happened. You've detached. Like, why do you think you felt so diff? Like, what was the energy? You felt different, right? Like things weren't going as planned and stuff like. Well, why do you think so? You've detached. You've already detached. You weren't paying attention. They weren't paying attention. Like, no, like the ego's like, I need to get this and I need to get it now. Like, the narcs, they want to treat this year, currently right now, like the yesteryears. For instance, I have like family members, they keep talking about, I thought, no hard feelings, but I had a family member, all they ever talk about, 1987, 1996, 1970, 1980, whatever. And that's all they mention. And they're not growing. They talk about other families. Oh my God. For hours and hours and hours and hours on end. Not a good look. I don't like it. I don't want to be around that. No. It's draining. It's draining. You have to drink. You have to have like something with you in order to interact with my family, because they will go on and on and on about things that are so it's just not, it's not good. There's no advice over this. There's nothing that you can gain from that other than trauma dumping. I'm not okay with trauma dumping. It's wrong, because you're dumping all of this shit onto somebody else, when meanwhile you can just write a journal, dump all the negative stuff, and just drain it all out. And yeah, you can still talk about 1987, whatever, but just don't always make it about you every single time. The world doesn't really evolve around you unless you affirm in a positive way and not gaslight people into thinking so. You know, that's the ego for you. That's what the ego does. So what I'm saying here is, we all form an identity once we grow up as teenagers. And we all come up with like these phases in life. Like, there are times where when I was growing up, I wanted to be a wrestler. I had this identity of like a fashion icon, a fashion superstar. When I was going through my phase, instead of Sweet 16, it was called Swagger 16. So I had a Swagger 16, and I looked good. I was looking amazing. But over time, I was able to change myself. Yes, I was going through my own trauma. But in fact, I was able to overcome the karmic lessons and to learn from it. And to not, and to also forgive, because I was able to forgive. That's another thing. Forgiveness is not narcissistic. Don't start. It is not narcissistic to forgive someone, because once I was able to forgive, I can allow the karmic energies to handle the individuals that have done me wrong. The karmic energies will always be there. It's inevitable. Karma is inevitable. Tower moments are inevitable. I cannot control what God is doing to these people if they continue to do wrong currently to others. And there are people that are being traumatized as we speak in a negative way. Even as we speak, there is someone out here just down in the dumps, and they've lost everything. And I am here to tell whoever is listening here, do not give up. Don't give up. Continue to stand up and speak your mind, transmute that negative energy, and express it any way you can. We have all the technology to do so. Do the best you can and be your authentic self, and stay in your power. Whoever has done you wrong and hurt your feelings, I am not here to condone. I'm not going to be the one to say my condolences. You have to say that for yourself. You have a soul, and the lessons you learn from this earth will carry on for the rest of your days here. So do the best in your ability to become more authentic in your life. If not, then the simulation will overtake you, and you'll become just as worse as the narcissist that has done you wrong. You would be just as lower level 3D, like lower than 1D. You would be just as of a monstrosity. What others claim that they claim to be, like, oh yeah, like, oh yeah, I'm a monster because I all this. No, fuck the labels, man. Who cares with how other people perceive you? It's about how you perceive the way that you are. So, yeah, let's check this out here. Hold on. Yeah. See what else is going on. I'll do one more. Wow, I went in. I went in. Yes, I did. If y'all were tuning in for this long, I do appreciate y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I see 222. 2. There's 4 2s, so I see that. Let's see what else came out. Leo, negative polarity. Wow, that's a lot of cards. Continue to cut the cords, divine feminine. Continue to cut the cords, divine feminine. I could be talking to a male or female that is in their divine feminine energy. Continue to always cut the cords from the karmic feminine and karmic masculine. You're doing a great job. You're doing a wonderful job, okay? And as I split the deck, I see new beginnings. Scorpio. Scorpio came out. Using voodoo dolls. So there could be a Leo out there that could be using voodoo. Don't give it energy. I know that's scary, but don't give that energy. Could be a divine masculine out there that's really just in their lower energy, you know, their player energy. And they have been for quite some time now. And they could have been sacrificed. So I'm really picking up on a Scorpio energy that has almost been sacrificed by a divine masculine. So, whoever energy I'm picking up on, stay safe, please. Stay safe. Okay. I'll pull in one more card. Let's see, this wants to come out. Okay, well, this wants to come out. Capricorn. And Pisces. Oh, those could be the karmic energies that I just mentioned. Hiding their tea, secretly transgender. What the hell? Wow. Oh, wow. Could be a Capricorn, Pisces, or a Pisces, or they could have Pisces in their chart, Capricorn in their chart, that is secretly transgender. Wow, dude. Wow. You know what they say, the more the merrier. And also I split, take a vacation, just take a break, Yeah, this already been messy enough as it is. Alright, I'm gonna end it off here. I really do appreciate y'all for tuning in. And thank you for listening. I'm gonna